Hello YouTube, OIFEagle here, and this is a follow-up video to a video I did 10 months ago, and I never thought I'd be following up on it. If you recall, and you probably don't because you probably never went back to see some of my old videos, believe me, they're not that good. But I did a review on the Chiappa 22 upper receiver for an AR. Turns an AR into a dedicated 22, and it is a polymer upper. And if you recall, my review was pretty scathing. Basically, back then I thought it was a piece of shit, and you know what? I still do. However, I never really returned it. I talked about sending it back to at first the distributor, then the manufacturer. Got the runaround with both of them, which pretty much means I won't be buying any more of their stuff. But I ended up not returning it because, of course, unfortunate events, made the scary rifles even scarier, and the scarcity of ammunition kind of made me think maybe I want to hang on to something that's a dedicated 22. And it was sitting in my gun cabinet, staring at me and wondering what I can do with it. Then I realized, why don't I just, go ahead and see what I can do to try and make it worthwhile. So I still have it, and I made some improvements to it. Now, basically, again, it still sucks, but I thought I would do some work and try and make it not suck as much. Again, it's a polymer upper, and the things I didn't like about it, I still don't like about it. Number one, it's got the forward assist on it, which doesn't assist a damn thing. It's just for show. It's still pretty loose up here where the barrel meets the upper receiver. I'm not going to mess with it now. I did tighten it up a bit so it doesn't move around as much, but I will probably end up putting some Loctite on there. I went ahead and I replaced the stock handguard that it came with. It just came with a plastic handguard, no heat shields or anything. But I replaced that with a real cheap quad rail. Paid less than 50 bucks for that, and it came with this foregrip here. I'll discuss that in a minute as well. But replace that. Didn't even have a gas system in there, so it wasn't an easy swap out. Now the flash hider on there, I actually replaced it with an AR flash hider that I had my parts bin. The original flash hider, as you can see, was a big hunk of metal, and the vents on there weren't even cut through. It was basically just a thin barrel extension there. And at one time I thought it was one piece, and it turns out that there was a little Allen screw on the end there, and it was hard to see then, but I found it and was able to take that off. It was not threaded, so I took it down to my friends at Guns Plus in Spring Lake, North Carolina. A little shout out to them, and they threaded it for me. Put on my flash hider and used a crush washer to keep it on there, and you know what? It fits perfect. No problem there. It looks a lot better. It still has that cheapo barrel on it. It has a bayonet lug, which probably doesn't work either. I never really tested it out. Went ahead and got one of those plastic airsoft front grips that actually came as a set with the quad rail. It's a basic uh, grip pod style bipod, but it's for an airsoft rifle. This is a 22. I'm not going to invest a lot in some good parts for it. I got the airsoft uh, Magpul clone backup sight. I haven't taken it to the range yet. I'm going to give it a quick range test later on this week. And of course, it still comes with the 22 mags that come with the Chiappa. I'm going to try it with some Black Dog mags. I originally wanted to try those out, never got around to it. But anyway, real quick, like I said, from a distance, it could almost pass for a nice AR, which just goes to show that you can polish a turd, and it'll come out looking a little bit nicer, even though it's still a turd. So anyway, check it out, and I'll be following this up with a range report. So if you have one of the Chiappa uppers, leave a message. Let me know how yours is working for you, and I will do a little more work on this. Try and make it look a little bit nicer, and I'll see you all later. Thanks a lot for watching. OIFEagle out.